any sort of selling pressure, people just kind of get out of the way. And just from a psychological standpoint, things can roll over, and no one wants to be the last guy holding, right? So if I was holding stocks, that's kind of, especially for a short-term move, then I sell, try to take profits if I'm green. So I think it was more of just a psychological pullback, rather than anything really technical wise or fundamental wise in the economy. We are coming into the end of the month, so at the beginning of next month, there could be more tariff stuff coming out, because typically, it's all these tariffs are about 30 days. So I think it's on the 2nd of every month is when that 30 days is up. But I could be wrong. So I don't know. I didn't see anything super gleaming as into why things sold off, but down 1.7% sold. I think so too. Yeah, I did. I got a DM from his wife. So sad. So sad. I was wondering where he was too. It's pretty heartbreaking. Sleep, I invested heavy in Roku after reading the last 2-week chart. I'm hoping it'll swing up the next 3 to 4 days. Yeah, let's take a quick look here. Let me quickly go over the earnings actually real quick. MVIS, we have MicroVision. Smaller stock. I don't really expect anything crazy out of this, but we will be watching this for their earnings, which should be coming out here any minute. And then we also have, what was the other one there? Concentrix, CNXC. Looks like MicroVision is already going. CNXC is starting to pop here as well. So far, pretty decent moves. But yeah, let me quickly check out Roku for you, Sir Sleep. Yeah, it's been strong the last couple of days. Little pullback here, and yeah, I mean, maybe it does continue to recover. I don't know. I would like to point out that on the grand scheme of things, it has kind of been a little bit weaker than on a really, really big time frame here. Actually, more so over like the last 10 years. But short term, maybe it gets up there in the 90s. Maybe it goes and sees 100. We'll see. But I don't know about in 3 or 4 days. All right, so let me go back to these earnings real quick. MVIS. So now this just doesn't want to work, huh? There we go. Up just a hair. I mean, we're up 4 cents. Nothing too crazy. There's CNCX, right? That was it. No, CXC. Nope. CNXC. That's starting to rip here a little bit. That's doing well. Something else to talk about today. I mean, this isn't going to be super exciting, guys, and I probably won't be here for another 15 minutes. But I think, isn't Trump starting to speak right now? How have you been, Farouk? Is he even here? No, he left. All right. What's up, Kitty Penny? What's up, KC? What's up, Chris? Isaiah? How are y'all doing? I'm supposed to at 4. Is it 4 Eastern or Central? Speak at White House event. Trump's remarks scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. Eastern. Interesting. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think it's starting any minute. But yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Kind of a crazy last couple of days, guys. I think this is when knowing how to day trade can really help, because trying to swing trade this crazy movement is really hard. So I don't know. I mean, did y'all catch anything today? I caught a little bit of the Tesla downside move. I got a little fancy on Netflix. I bought the opening dip on that. I threw a limit buy order out really low to see if I could just get hit. And I got hit on the bid. I was up 20% instantly, which is really nice. And it just kind of chopped around and ended up just kind of selling for a small gain there as well. So 2 for 2 on the day, but very, very small trades for me. What's up, Nikki? I realize that when we're in Chicago, it'll be CST. Yeah, it will be a little bit earlier. It'll be on my time, Latvian. 8:30 market open. CNXC is still going up here. Let me look at MVIS again. And then we'll probably just move on from these. We can hang out and kind of talk some trading. Oh, nice. This finally did pop. There we go. So both earnings did great today. That's cool to see. But yeah, so you guys taking any other trades today? Traded SPY puts, great. Flip the SPY loss was small catch on put, great. Yeah, kind of interesting. You know, it's one of those days where I wanted to kind of be sitting back on the defensive side off the open, kind of see where things went. If I saw weakness, maybe I could take advantage of it. But it's just you kind of sit there and see, okay, are we going to go higher or not? Give it a little bit of time. And it was pretty obvious we weren't. And that's when you kind of change plans. I was looking at AMD, didn't take any trades. The idea it looked like it was a break 115. There was weakness. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that makes sense. I was looking at AMD earlier. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that does totally make sense. If it can't get above 115 and hold it there, big resistance level here, and that's where you could see a big rejection, right? So I think that totally makes sense, Isaiah. Great job. You know, another thing like NVIDIA was something I was looking at today too, like through 115, right? You can kind of see how 115 is a support here. It was happened like kind of later in the day, so I didn't trade it, but just kind of an idea there. We could easily keep selling off on some things, guys. You know, it's not we're not guaranteed to just keep bouncing. So got a little taste of that today. I don't know if we're gonna get new lows on everything. I don't know if we're gonna just bounce straight from here, but I think that that is a huge reason why at least learning how to day trade a little bit would be beneficial, because like I said, swinging right now and things are just up and down and up and down. You can get wiped out quickly, and being able to be patient and come in and just kind of scalp things and pick up some money here and there is super valuable. So since this is a free stream, I'll go ahead and add my my coaching link into the chat here, just in case anyone wants to check it out who hasn't, who's on the free side of things. But other than that, guys, yeah, you did PLTR today. Could have held for a whole gap. Yeah, I did see that gap on PLTR. But yeah, kind of shorten that into 90. I feel like it would probably bounce there, but under 90, you're just sitting in that zone. So I don't really want to get involved. GME dumped hard. Let's see here. Yeah, it did. So they have earnings last night. It did dump pretty hard. Look at this. Oh, what happened? What news just came out? Oh, private offering. $1.3 billion offering. I bet there's a lot of people shorting this right now. Some of the best trades I've well, not I'm gonna say best, but some interesting trades are pre-market and after hours on offering news like this, especially on GME because it moves so crazy. I've seen some algos at the trading firm catch some wild trades on that. But yeah, guys. Anyways, I know these weren't the most exciting stocks, but MVIS is up pretty nicely here, and CNXC is up pretty good as well. So two runners. You know, we've kind of been talking about the market overall today. It's just kind of weird little pullback. I don't really know what to do from here. I'm probably going to be really defensive tomorrow. You know, I could see things continuing to come back down. But, you know, things could change so quickly, especially if there's some good economic news and market spikes. We do have GDP tomorrow morning. I'm fairly certain. Let me double check. Yeah, GDP tomorrow morning, jobs claims as usual, and trading goods all 1 hour before the market open. And then we just have some natural gas stuff later on in the day. So interesting stuff. Yeah, we've seen like either the market way down and then it gets, market is weak and selling off pre-market, then it gets bought up really quickly after the open. Then we've seen the opposite, right? We've seen kind of a strong pre-market and then a sell-off after the market opens. So you think this will help NVIDIA recover a little? NVIDIA nears deal to buy GPU reseller for several $100 million. Yeah, I mean, that could help, but something a way to look at that, seriously, the way I do, is NVIDIA is a multi-trillion-dollar company. So any deal under $1 billion, right? A trillion is 1,000 billions. Anything under $1 billion isn't really going to affect such a big company like that. But, maybe it does. I don't know. That's just one way to look at it. If NVIDIA was worth 500 billion and it bought something like that, maybe it would affect it. But I don't know that that's going to move the stock much. Anyways, yeah. So, are there any other questions or any other tickers you guys would like me to go over? This is probably going to be a little bit shorter stream. It's just these aren't the most exciting names, but I do have live trading tomorrow morning, and then I do have my coaching lesson tomorrow night as well. But I'll be at my desk kind of doing some schoolwork for the rest of the day. If you guys ever need anything, I don't really want to talk about nonsense, but I will sit here and answer any trading questions you guys have, if you have any. Dave B, I know that you're new. Do you have any questions about the chat? Redman Guide, I think you're new as well. Marnie, Frecky, anything from you guys? I'm going to give you guys like 2-3 minutes, or I'll probably give you 2 minutes to type anything up you want. I will be right back. So someone's ringing my doorbell over and over, so give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guys. That was really weird. I guess the real estate firm or whatever that owns the house was like knocking at the door. And of course, no one else wants to answer it. So yeah, what other questions you guys have? Let me check out these stocks again and see what they're doing on their earnings real quick. I don't think they're going to be doing much else. MVIS came back down. CNXC kind kind of coming down a little bit too. Just, obviously not the most popular names. That podcast he posted yesterday, he mentioned the company he first worked for focused on exhaustion gaps. Is it an easy spot we could? Yeah, so an exhaustion gap would kind of be what Tesla's done today. So I'm sure he showed a kind of chart on there, right? Sir Sleep, can you recognize this? It's typically when you have like 2 to 3 days where something gaps up, and then that third or fourth day that it'll gap, you'll just kind of see it fail quickly. And if there's a quick sell-off off the open, it just triggers a ton of stop losses. It just brings a lot of people in trying to short it. People that are obviously long will start selling some of their position too. So I mean, it's think of it as kind of like an opposite of a short squeeze, I would think. Right, a lot of people buying a stock up 2, 3, 4 days in a row. And on that final day, it'll just kind of capitulate and smash back down. So that guy Lance, yeah, those are some of his best trades here. Let me go on a bigger time frame chart on Tesla because there's some big ones here. Let me back up a little bit. Let's see. Like here's one where just gap, and then on one day it just kind of fakes out. And on this single day here, it dropped from 390 almost down to 350. Let's see, what was another one though? Kind of lost my train of thought. I had another one I wanted to show you, but you could look it up. That guy Lance is really, really good. You can learn a lot from him. Yeah, GameStop with the offering. Crowd chart, please. Okay. What about this here? I think that, you're definitely hitting some resistance anywhere from like it looks like 375 to 400. There's definitely going to be a kind of a supply zone here. So we're already starting to reject. This could, I could easily see this coming back down to, 350, 340. But if it could get back above, 390 and break through 400, just from a technical standpoint, that's kind of where I'd want to see it. Above 400, I could see it going maybe back to all-time highs. Other than that, if it rejects here, I could see this kind of retracing back down into the mid to lower 300s mark, if that's kind of the answer you were looking for there. MSTR is the one you were thinking of. Oh, yeah, MSTR is a good one. Thanks, Lavi. And I don't know if that was what the video is actually what I was thinking of. But, yeah, here's another good example, Sir Sleep. Look, one strong day, little gap up, another gap up, gaps way up, right? A lot of, maybe retail money or whatever is chasing it. And then that's just where people that have caught this crazy 100% run are just starting to take profits because they have the liquidity to do so. And that's where you get one of these crazy pullback trades. So that was one of Lance's favorite kind of setups that he looks for. So that's another reason why when I have something gapping up 2-3 days in a row and maybe I've caught it once or twice, or maybe I've even missed it, I'm very hesitant to want to chase something that's made a very big move in a very short amount of time because of a reason like this. One that I got caught on recently was NVIDIA here at 150. I had swung NVIDIA all the way up to its all-time high, took a little bit of profit, was looking for a break of 150, and then, for this to go 160, maybe 165. And you can see right here that we got strong day, gap again, and then it just rejected all-time highs and a huge pullback, 153 all the way down to 140 in a single day. So that's another thing to look for. What else, guys? Probably stick around for another 5 or 10 more minutes. I still got a bunch of stuff to do today, but if these are exciting earnings, it's a little different. But I'm happy to kind of make this into a little bit more of a lesson. For anyone that just came in, I did put my coaching link above in the chat. I can send it in again if anyone's interested in that. Sir Sleep, I'm surprised you're still on the free side, my man. Do you ever have any thoughts of coming over to the to the coaching side, at least. I think you're more interested in the day trading stuff, right? Limited funds. Okay. I can understand that. Well, whenever you're ready, we'll be here for you. I agree. But yeah, any other questions, Dave? Like I said, I know you're new, so if you have questions with the chat or anything, please don't be shy. Ask whatever you would like. El Murray, so you just popped in here. Same goes for you. If you have any questions, ask away. Yeah, just start. It doesn't matter so much with the funds. I mean, I would rather you learn and make the mistakes with small amount of funds, than a ton of money, right? Even if you just paper trade with no real money, you can learn a lot and make the mistakes with fake money, which is honestly the smarter thing to do. That's one thing I wish I did in the beginning. I never paper traded. I just started out real money. So there was no mental hump for me from paper trading, switching to real money. I just made all the mistakes with real money and paid for it. That's good. Well, that should kind of boost your confidence. And as long as you can focus on doing that with real money, you'll be just fine. Anyways, guys, any other questions y'all have for me before I get out of here? Google. Okay. Mark, what do you want me to do on Google? Just look at the chart, I'm guessing. Pulled back today, kind of with everything else. I do think you can kind of see that in this zone here, 170 to 160. 160 has obviously kind of been support. 170 has been a little bit of a resistance. So once we get back up with 170, I think Google is just going to slowly follow follow the market if it does, recover. I think it's just kind of waiting on SPY. I haven't seen any special news on Google specifically lately, so it just hasn't traded a ton of volume. I mean, it has plenty of volume to trade it. I don't mean it that way, but there's nothing really exciting going on, at least that I've seen recently. I know they had something come out about the quantum computer stuff. I think one of their CEOs said they could see it happening in 5 years. But yeah, I can see Google recovering for sure. It's something that I'm starting to position myself in long term right now with equities, not so much leaps. And so good thoughts on that. I do think having some sort of, especially 175s, you could get the money fairly soon and then hold it for a while. How do you see which one's going to move big during the day? Do you watch pre-market, biggest movers? So there's a lot of different ways you can do that. I mean, I don't trade penny stocks, but if I was a penny stock trader, I would scan for, maybe the biggest movers up or down or whatever. But for me personally, Elmiri is I trade a very small watch list. So I only trade like the big tech names, like Tesla, Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, stuff like that. And a lot of it is just experience with these, right? I never know what's going to happen, right? So no one ever knows. And if anyone tells you they know what's going to happen, they're lying to you. I say this all the time. I have, I don't want to say like a feeling, but I've also watched these same stocks for many years. So I can just kind of see, I look at support resistance, if a stock is at a heavy resistance level, if it can break through that, that's kind of the move I'm looking to take advantage of. If it's at a support level and it breaks under that, I'm looking to take advantage of that. So that's considered a breakout trader. So, back to your point, I never know what's going to happen. I just kind of look at all my watch lists, see which stocks that I like, and I'll go from there. I know that's kind of a bland answer, but that's kind of something I could go on for 30 minutes on how I find exactly what I'm looking for. But I also have recorded lessons on that in my coaching group, and there's a lot more of like educational stuff that me and the other analysts have recorded on the premium side. So unfortunately, I don't have the time to go over all of that right now. Do you see level 2 data? I do use level 2 data. Yeah. So this is going to be I'll send a screenshot in for you, Mark. This is going to be what level 2 looks like for me. Obviously, market's closed, so it's not moving, but that is my level 2, and I pay for level 2 as well. So I can get the market data. That is on Interactive Brokers. Trader Workstation is the software. But if you're more, and I honestly, y'all don't really need level 2. I share any walls that y'all want, and I show any walls that I'm interested in looking at on level 2. And if you're not a day trader, you don't necessarily need to look at level 2 either. It's just kind of something that I need for my style. I don't know if I have a video. Honestly, Isaiah, that may be our lesson on Thursday over level 2. I think that's interesting. It's very simple. It's I'm looking. There's probably a ton of screenshots on that I've sent in that look just like this. But you'll see if you look at that screenshot I just sent, the Netflix level 2. On the right side, you'll see size on each of those columns. And I'm just looking for a big order, right? So like I'll be looking for over 100,000, where you see that 100 or 200. I'm looking for like one of those lines to say 100,000 or 200,000 or a million or something. So I see a lot of orders sitting at either the bid or the ask. So that's what I use it for. Do I do live trading every day? I do live trading Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. The other coach here, Mad Maverick, does it on Wednesday mornings, who's here in the audience, it looks like. And but so Monday and Friday are for premium only, and then Tuesday and Thursday are open to everyone. They're free. Rudel Trade. If you have other questions on that, let me know. All right. Well, guys, I'll give one more minute here to type anything else up. If there's nothing, I think we're probably wrapping up here for the day. So happy Wednesday, guys. Hope y'all did well. Like I said, tomorrow, free live trading in the morning, starting at 9:15 Eastern time. And I'll trade for about an hour there. And then I have my coaching lesson tomorrow night. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. If you need me at all throughout the rest of the day, feel free to ask. We do have a trading psychology group session here in the free live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then we have Never Alone Recovery meeting at 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight. And then also trading trivia is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time tonight. You can win a free month in premium doing that. So make sure not to miss that. If you're wanting some free premium, you might get lucky. Alrighty, guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. See y'all later.